Hi, this is Dennis Lindsay with your your March 2026 market update. Today we're specifically going to look at what changed from February to March so you can see exactly where the market is heading right now. So let me get started here. Starting with Carson City. The median sales price, starting with the pricing, medium sales prices are at $537,000, which is down about 2.3% compared to February. So overall, prices are staying pretty stable with just a slight adjustment. In closed sales, we're looking at the activity. We had 42 homes that closed in March, which is about a 27% increase month over month. That tells us that buyers are actively moving forward. Days to contract, in other words, how long does it take to get a contract accepted? Homes are moving much faster right now. Days to contract dropped to 26 days, which is about a 61% improvement over February. List price received. The sellers are getting about 98.4% of their asking price. That's down just slightly from last month. Prices remain strong and are really pretty close to the list price. Sold price per square foot. Price per square foot came in at $310 a square foot. That's down less than 1% from February, so no real major changes there. Values are holding steady. New listings. We saw 52 new listings hit the market, which is a big 85% increase month over month. Inventory is definitely opening up for sure. And we can see it with our listings coming on. Active inventory, at the same time, active inventory is about 65 homes, which are active, which is down about 6% from February. Homes are being absorbed. As they come on, they get sold, so that's a good sign. Month supply of inventory. We finally, the supply is at 1.5 months of inventory. That's down about 26% month over month. That keeps us relatively tight, seller leaning market. Let's move on. Moving to Dayton. Median sales price, median sales prices are at $450,000. That's down about 2.5% from February. So overall, prices are staying, fairly stable. Closed sales, looking at activity there, we had 29 homes close in March. That's a 3.6% increase month over month. So we are seeing steady buyer activity. Days to contract. Homes are moving faster. Days to contract dropped to 21 days. That's about a 22% improvement over February. Price received. Sellers are getting about 99.2% of their asking price. That's actually up slightly from last month. So properties are being priced pretty well. Price per square foot. Price per square foot is at $260 a square foot. That's up about 11% month over month. That's a solid gain in value. New listings. Active inventory is at 60 homes, down about 16.7% month over month. Fewer homes are sitting on the market. Month supply of inventory. And the supply is at about 2.1 months worth of inventory, nearly 20% down 20% from February. So still leaning towards the sellers. Let me move on here. Going to Fallon. The median sales price, starting with pricing, is at $405 For your median sales price, that's up slightly, a little less than 6%, 0.06, or less than a percent. Overall, prices are holding pretty steady. Closed sales, well, we're looking at the activity there that we had 33 homes closed in March, which is a big 135.7% increase month over month. A strong jump in buyer activity here. Days to contract, homes are moving much faster. Days to contract dropped to 24 days. That's about a 61.3% improvement over February. The list price received, sellers are getting about 99.2% of their asking price. That's up slightly from last month. Sold price per square foot. Price per square foot came in at $249 a square foot. That's up about 2.5% month over month. We're seeing some upward pressure on the value. New listings. We saw 29 new listings hit the market, which is up about 38.1% increase over February. February inventory, inventory is starting to build. Active inventory, we've got 38 homes that are for sale right now out there. That's up about 8.6% month over month. Buyers are getting a few more options. Month's supply of inventory, and finally, we're at about 1.2 months of inventory, and that's down about 54% from February. That does keep the market very tight and competitive for sure. Moving on. Minden Gardnerville, median sales price. The median sales price here is at $725,000. That's up about almost 21% from February. We're seeing a strong jump in pricing this month. Closed sales. Looking at that activity, we have had 45 homes closed in March, which is a 25% increase month over month. Buyer activity is definitely picking up. Days to contract. Homes are moving a little bit faster. Days to contract came in at 22 days. That's down about 8.3% from February. List price received. Sellers are getting about 98% of their asking price. That's down just slightly, about a little less than 1% from last month. So, still very strong overall. Price per square foot is at $373 a square foot. That's up about 5.4% month over month. We're seeing continued strength in values. New listings. We saw 61 new listings come on the market, which is a big 60.5% increase from February. Inventory is definitely opening up. Active inventory, we're at 102 homes. That's down 4.7% month over month. But even with more listings, homes are still being absorbed. Month's supply of inventory here in Minden Gardnerville. We're at about 2.3 months worth of inventory. That's down 23.7% from February. This market remains relatively tight and active. If you're wondering how these changes affect your home value, or if you're even thinking about, buying or selling this year, now's a great time to start that conversation with me. Every neighborhood is just a little bit different, and having a clear strategy can make all the difference in the world to you. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. My contact information is there. I'm always here to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next month.